Okay. Now it will be recorded. Thank you very much. Okay, so let's jump right into it. We are going to the retail section, and now I want to source some specific ASINs. Something nice about this section, every time you will see different products. So I can just set a different ROI, and then I will see new products, and then I can refresh, see new products. It's like an infinite lead list, but I want to find something very specific. The thing that I want to find is leads that there are no FBA seller on them. So what is the reason that I don't want any FBA sellers on these listings? Because if there are 0 FBA sellers and I will be the only FBA seller, one, I will have more chance to win the buy box because I am the only FBA seller, and I will get much more benefits from Amazon because I'm using FBA. And in addition to this, customers on Amazon that sees an FBA seller will probably get a faster shipping as well. So if I will be the only FBA seller, probably I will have the faster shipping that I can offer them, and they will get all the benefits from buying the FBA. So I want to be the only FBA, and then I will have more chance to sell my units. So let's find those opportunities. I will go to Amazon offers right here, and I will set the FBA sellers to be from 0 to 0. Now, all the leads that I will see will have 0 FBA sellers. And important to note that not only that people will prefer to buy from me because I have faster shipping, some of them will prefer to even pay more, 50 cents, $1. They will prefer to pay a little bit more just to get the fast shipping. So I will not go ahead and filter by high ROI, because if I will be able to sell at the lowest price for 20% ROI, maybe I can sell it for a little bit more and I will get 30% ROI and I will still have a great profit. So let's set minimum ROI of 20, not set it too high because I don't want to lose those opportunities. Again, as the only FBA seller, I can sell it for a little bit more money. So this is the first thing that I will do. Now I want to set the BSR to be top 100,000. So I want to see only the good selling products. I see a question, how the software automatically know if you are gated or not. So if you are signing up to Nepeto, you will see a pop-up that says login with your Amazon account. And once you log in with your Amazon account to Nepeto, we can tell if you are gated or not. This is the colors from here. When it's green, it means that I'm ungated, red mean gated, and orange mean that I need to ungate. Awesome. So as you can see, all the leads here has 0 FBA sellers. These are great because I can do the method that we just talked about. Someone would like to choose a specific category, for example? Just whatever you want. The first one to say, we will source.
I have a question for you. Oh, sorry. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
You can write in the chat. You can write in the chat. The first one to write, we will do this category.
Oh, sorry. I said home and garden.
All right, you got it. You said home and kitchen?
No, sir. Home and garden. The garden one.
Let's see.
Patio, lawn, and garden. Excuse me.
Oh, all right. Let's see what we have with these settings in this category. All right, we got some results. Awesome. Well, we got many results, actually. Let's go through them. Let's see what we have here. If someone would like to do a different category, you can just open this and just choose a different category. You have no limit on how many searches you can do on Nepeto, so you can do as much as you like.
Hey, sir, I have a question here.
Yeah.
Sir, I want to ask, like you told that if a listing has, 0 FBA sellers, then I can join the listing to, gain the advantage from Amazon. But I want to know, like, if the listing has, a lot of FBM sellers, then how I can join as FBA, and I mean, how Amazon is going to favor me, instead of FBM sellers?
So if there are no FBA sellers, nothing stops you to go in as an FBA seller. But if you don't want to compete too many FBM sellers, you can go to the Amazon offers and choose FBM, and then you can choose a range for the FBM. For example, I want only from 4 to 7, whatever you want. Personally, I don't set these settings because if I have profit and if I can go to this listing as an FBA, why shouldn't I? I don't care about the FBM sellers because I have the advantage of being the only FBA.
All right, I got you.
Awesome. So these products, I will tell you what I look at. First of all, I try to look if the monthly sales are verified. Sometimes Amazon tells us how many units sells and it will be in green. In this case, we don't see the green, so I just want to make sure that there are enough sales and drops. In this case, I see 80 sales and drops, so I know that the product is selling well. When I see this, I know that the product is moving and it passed my first step that now it's good to do a test buy in the selling regard, you know. Like now I want to check my competition and my profit. So I know that the product is selling. The competition is all of them are FBM, which is great because I will go FBA. Now I want to check my profit and my ROI. My ROI is 22%, profit is 109. This is a product with a high price and very heavy. So it depends on what you would like to do. You can calculate using this and then you will have less ROI. But personally, I don't go for heavy products like this, and I will skip this one. But if you want to do it and get this $50 profit, you can go for it. Let's check for something. Usually I don't source in this category, but I will go with you and I will try to find something that is small and looks good. Here we have 21 sales and drops. It means that if I will buy my 5 units, it will be fine. It's not heavy, which is great. I see the offer count moving as well, so I know that the product is moving. I see the sales rank as well. Everything looks good. Now I have $4 profit, 24% ROI, but again, I will sell it as FBA. So that means that I will be able even to sell it for 29 because I will have the faster shipping. So I will not have 23% ROI, I will have closer to 30. And if I see that people will buy from me as an FBA, I can try to sell it for 30, not 29. And this is how I do in this method. I go as an FBA, and I am the only seller as FBA, and I see if there is demand for FBA sellers. And I always remember that in the worst case scenario, okay, I will have $4 profit. Let's see questions. The filter for gated is available. It's here on the top. We moved it to here. Now, if you want to filter gated, it's here near the more filters. And then you have two options, the only ungated asins or ungated and approval. I will do an A2A in a few minutes. I just want to show this method, then A2A, and then the master search. Let's see here another example. We have $14 profit, 81% ROI. We have 48 sales and drops, which is great. That means that the product is moving. I see the offer count goes up and down. And here we see that currently, you can see that Amazon sold the product, then Amazon went out of stock, someone else did above the buy box. I will tell you what is above the buy box later. And then we will move on. Okay, so there are 1 FBM sellers, 14% dollar, 81% ROI, I am ungated. This one looks very good. So I found one example real quick. 1 second. Okay, so let's see another one. So we found one nice one that we can go ahead and test immediately. 81% ROI, great sales and drops, awesome. And again, this is by the less price of the FBM seller. Nothing stops me to even try to sell it for a little bit more because I'm the FBA. This one, I see that Keepa does not have an history. I see an IP issue. It may be nice to manual check this, but I will skip it because I want to find more than one lead, and I want to show you how you can find leads in like 15 minutes, 20 minutes. So let's skip this one. 10 sales rank drops, 2 FBM sellers, 82% ROI. The offer count is moving, so the product is moving. It's not an heavy product. Currently I am not approved to sell it, but if you approve to sell it, it can be a great one to test as well. So the way I go in Epeto is just I'm finding a lot of opportunities, and then I'd like to do a test buy. I buy 3 to 5 units, and then I will see if it sells well. I will buy more units. Let's see this one. 67 sales and drops, 2 FBM sellers, 59% ROI. I need to get approved to sell on this brand. If you can sell it, amazing opportunity. Let's see this one from Walmart. This is what I told you about the verified. When you see green, it means that it's verified by Amazon. So Amazon told us that 50 plus sales a month. So I know that this one is sales. I see the offer count goes down. Amazing. I see the above the buy box opportunity. I will tell you about this later. In shortcut, it means that because in those gaps, Amazon is not selling, it means that I can jump in and sell this product. So this is actually a great one. Currently, it's out of stock. The last price was a bit low, but now I can set the price because there are no sellers. That looks great. Let's see if we have small items more that we can see. It looks like a small item, but low sales and drops. So I will skip this one. 11 sales and drops, but no more history data. All of them are FBM sellers. It's a light product or not? No, here it says not a light, it's from Keeper, but it doesn't seem that heavy. Maybe an interesting one as well. Let's see if we have here more data. It's a 10-pound pack of 1. Yeah. So it's a bit heavy. It depends on your inbound shipping, but if it's good with the calculation, it can also be a great opportunity. So in this category, I see that I have a lot of rugs. I never sold one of those, so I don't recommend you as well. Usually I would like to search for a small item like this one, and I would like to see if I can make profit out of it. Let's see what we can find in the groceries and toys. Let's see how fast it goes. Like I just set my category and I have my results, and now I can start digging in. And I don't even do rabbit trailing yet. So I only see what Nepeto offers. For example, if Nepeto offers me something that looks good, but I can do rabbit trailing on the listing and find something even better, so it's a great option as well. Here we see on this toy from Target that I have $3 profit, 23% ROI. The monthly sales is 1,000 plus and verified. That's great. And all of them are FBM sellers. So what's stopping me to try to sell it for $25.50 and get around a 30% ROI? And if I will do a test buy and see that I sell well, I will buy more units. And in the worst case scenario, I will get $3 profit. So this is how you do in this method. And I know that 1,000 sales a month, and people will buy for me because I have faster shipping. Awesome. This one, it may sell a few units a month, so it's not something that I will jump in immediately. I want to see something with at least 10 sales and drops. We recently added this Keepa chart here that will help you to see stuff quicker if you'd like to use it. Okay. Anyway, someone wants to ask any question about this method before I go to A2A, and then I show you the master search. In my opinion, the master search is the fastest way to find leads, but anyone has their own sourcing method in Epeto. So someone wants to ask any question before we move to A2A?
Good morning.
Good morning.
But this method you can use it with the wholesaler too.
Can you repeat the question, please?
This method you can use it on a wholesaler.
It depends because it depends on what your supplier gave you. If you're doing wholesale, you will go to your supplier and they will give you their own CSV, but it doesn't mean that their products will have zero FBA sellers. If there are zero FBA sellers, you can do as well because you are a seller and you will be the only FBA seller. So this method works both ways.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome. And sure, I will send this recording to the team right away after this meeting. Okay, let's move to the A2A. So we also have the A2A section. In the A2A section, we will show you products that Amazon recently dropped the price. So you can buy it on a low price and then you will sell it later for a higher price. So I will just show you how I source in this method. You have a lot of sourcing opportunities, a lot of sourcing options, but I will show you how I do it here. First of all, I would like to set the BSR drops to be in the last 30 days, at least 20. When I see that there are at least 20 BSR drops in the last 30 days, I know that there are at least 20 sales a month, which is a great method here. Now, I will do it. I have two options how I can start sourcing in this section. One, I can use the average column and the Kippa chart, but I want to show you how you can move really fast. But before I do it, I will go to the ROI and I will set at least 30% ROI. So I will have enough profit. Awesome. I will click here on the chart and I will set the days to be at least, let's say, between 70 to 90, let's say 80. Now, I want to search for a chart that is somehow straight, and then I have a sudden drop. So I know that this discount, this sale that Amazon is doing right now is very temporary. And I know that in a few days from now, or even if I will buy Amazon out, the price will go back up and will stay there. So now I will do is I will scroll and I will see something like this one. You can see that the price in the last 80 days was between $100, $120, and now the price dropped to $68. If I will buy now at $68 and I will sell it for $117, which is the average for the 30 days, I will get $28 profit, which is 41% ROI. So I know that I can buy this now at this price, and I will be able to sell it for almost 120 when they sell out in this price. This can be a great opportunity for A2A. Just make sure that you are able to sell this one. This one is another great example. It sells for 80 all the time, and then you see a sudden drop. Now it sells for 44, and usually it sells for 80. So I will buy it now for 44. I will buy them out or just buy enough units. And the moment that Amazon will go out of stock and the price will go back up to 80, I will make $16 profit, which is 36% ROI. And I am ungated on this as well. This is a great example that you can see right here. Now I want to tell you why this is happening, why the Amazon to Amazon flips happens. So there are usually two reasons. The first reason is that Amazon have excess inventory and they want to get rid of this. So they will drop the price drastically, like you see here. They will sell out and that's it. And you will be able to sell it for a higher price. Another option that also happens is that other retailer, for example, Walmart or Target or Kohl's, dropped the price on their website. And Amazon need to match the price. So when you see that Amazon sells for 44, and let's say that Amazon only has 3 units, don't give up and say, okay, I bought these 3 units and I will sell it for 80 and I will have this profit and it's nice. Don't give up. Sometimes they do it because other retailer dropped the price as well. So go ahead, after you purchase from Amazon in this point, go ahead, go to the search icon right here and search this product in other supplier. You can search in Google or you can search in Apeto. I recommend you to use both. And then if Amazon only has 3 units, you will be able to find more units. This is something that is really, I want to say, hidden when you do A2A flips, because all the time people are buying 4 units and then complain that there is no enough units in the A2A flips, but you need to think out of the box and understand why Amazon dropped the price. And if you can find that Kohl's sell it for the same price, go buy from Kohl's as well. So this is another great example. Here you can see an example for Amazon to Amazon flips, which the drop was slow. It's a little bit more risky, but you have 61% ROI, $15 profit, and the ROI here is calculated by the average for the 30 days by the lower price. So this can be a great opportunity as well, but a little bit more risky because maybe it will go back to 52 and not 59 like you see here. But in 52, you will have 61% ROI, which is great as well. So this one is a great example that you can buy right here and then sell it when the price will go up. Let's see what happened in the 180 days. Awesome. See, in the 180 days, it always was more than $60. So if you will buy now at 25 and it goes back to $60, it will be amazing. Right. So this was another great example. And I am ungated on this as well. If you're ungated, this can be a great opportunity. By the way, I know that everything sells well because I set the BSR drops to be at least 20. So this, the one that we did before had 39 sales on drops, and this one 88, which is amazing. For example, this is not a good example because you see that the price was the same as now, but then Amazon raised the price and dropped. This is why we show it as an Amazon to Amazon flips opportunity, but it's risky because if it drops again to the same price, I will lose money. So I want something that is in the high price and stable. This one can be a nice opportunity as well, but you can see that in the last months, they dropped the price as well. So you need to make sure that if Amazon drop the price again, you will be ready for this. This is another kind of stable, but I want to show you perfect. This is another example of perfect. Straight line and then drop. These one are okay as well because it didn't drop to the same price as I'm buying it, but you need to make sure that you will be able to sell it for the higher price as well. So this is how I source in the Amazon to Amazon flips. This is another example. Amazon dropped the price slowly. You can buy it here and then sell it for a higher price. So as you can see, I just scroll down and I want to search for a stable price. This one is not a good example, but this one is a great example. Stable price, drop, I will buy it here, sell it here. I will have $30 profit. And this is only page number 1. I can keep scrolling and search for opportunities here and go to the next page.
Hey, sir.
Yes.
Sir, if we look at all these graphs, then it seems like Amazon is getting the buy box like, 100% or maybe 90%. So how would I know, I mean, if there is any space for me to sell the product? I mean, I don't see any, space or room for selling the product.
So
Because
personally,
Amazon is like, on the listing, like all the time.
Personally, I'm not afraid of Amazon being on the buy box because if I can compete Amazon and I'm able to sell it for a lower price, even if it's $1 or so, I will get my sales. And this is why you usually do a test buy. In this example, you can buy 5 to 10 units just to see the possibility that you will sell units even though Amazon is winning the buy box. In this specific example, you can see that Amazon has trouble with holding the inventory because they're getting out of stock all the time. But in this
Yeah,
example,
in this specific, chart, it seems like there is a gap, to sell.
yeah,
But
but as
yeah,
well
but
here, if you will buy it
yeah.
here and then at
Mhm.
$80, you will sell it for
Mhm.
79 or 78, people will still buy from you. Personally, if I'm not in the seller hat and I will put my customer hat, if I see that someone else is selling it for cheap, I will buy it. And I know a lot of people will do the same as I. They will not buy immediately from the buy box. They will go ahead and search for a cheaper price. Personally, I don't care if there is a buy box winner or no, not because I know that if I'm able to beat the lower price, so I can sell few units.
All right, I got it.
And if you will move on to the next pages, you will see some opportunities that Amazon dropped the price, but they are not winning the buy box. I love the first examples that I showed you because they are more promising. But these you can go for this as well. Amazon drop the price and you can sell it for when the price goes back up. If you don't like that Amazon winning the buy box. In the next pages, you will have the other opportunities. As you can see, something that is really great with Nepeto, that you just look at potential leads and you just need to choose your leads. You don't need to search for the leads. We already give you in seconds opportunities. You just need to choose. It's not easy to choose, but it's much easier to find opportunities. It's much harder, sorry, to find opportunities. So this is the Amazon to Amazon flips. Someone wants to ask any question about Amazon to Amazon flips? Okay. So this is the Amazon to Amazon flips. This is another way of sourcing. We also have the out of stock section and the storefront scanning. There are a lot of opportunities, but it will take time to master all the methods and all the sourcing strategies that Nepeto offers. And that's okay. This is why we have our weekly webinars, weekly live sourcing, and you can jump in and say, hey, please show the A2A today. Hey, please show the storefront scanner today. And I will happily do so. Just tell me what you'd like to see. For example, in the out of stock section, we will show you opportunities that are currently out of stock, like you can see here that currently no one's selling the item, and we will tell you what is the last ROI that you will get if you will buy the product from, in this example, Peltz shoes. If you will buy this ASIN from them, you will buy it for 79, and if you will sell it for the last price, which is a little bit more than 150, you will get 62% ROI. This is the out of stock section. This is great because you have no competition. You set the sell price, and we tell you immediately what is the last ROI that you will get. In this example, you will buy from Dollar General for $7.95. The last sell price was $30, and you will make 133% ROI. But you can see here that in the past, it looks a little bit wrong, but someone tried to sell it for a higher price. It doesn't mean that you cannot sell it for $1 more, $2 more because you're the only seller. So this is a great section. And you have a lot of opportunities right here.
If you put your price too high, you will be the Amazon suppress your buy box. So you have to be also like you have to see the Keepa history because you cannot go too crazy with your high price, because you're gonna get surprise buy box. What do you think?
That's correct. You cannot set the price to be too much higher, but there are two important notes to know. One, that if you will raise the price slowly, the chances for you to get a price error will be lower. So for this example, you can see the last price was $7 and such, and in the past it was $8.50. So if you will start at $8.50 and then you will slowly increase the price from $8.50 to $9 to $10 to $10.50 and such, the chances that you get price error will be lower. In addition to this, sometimes you will get a price error because you set a max price in your Seller Central and not because Amazon want to send you the price error. So make sure that you set these settings in your Seller Central and then you will be able to sell the price and sell it higher in a slow phase. As you can see here, the last price was $9, but someone in the past sold it for 17. So I can start from 17 immediately and then start raising it slowly. And being said that, I want to show you a nice strategy that includes this raising of the price. But before we move on, let's see if there are any more questions. Is there a way to add the A2A leads to a spreadsheet from Nepeto? So yes, there is a way. Everywhere you have the heart icon right here, and it will add it to your favorites. Anyway, you can add this to your spreadsheet from Nepeto's profit calculator as well. So if I will go to Amazon and I have Nepeto's profit calculator, which actually comes free with nepeto.com. When you buy nepeto.com, you get the profit calculator and the mobile app as well. So here This is just type in your cost, and then you can add stuff to your Google Sheets right here. This is another example how you can save stuff to a spreadsheet, but I want to tell you a little spoiler about the new update because we will have something that we call a workspace. I will tell you about it before the giveaway. Awesome. Can you show how to filter the BSR using drops? I cannot seem to find it on my filters. So the BSR drops filters are not everywhere. Currently, they are on the live search, on the CSV scanner, and in the Amazon to Amazon Flips, but we will add those on the retail section soon. Anyway, you can filter by BSR drops using the master search, and I will show you how you can do it. Awesome. So I know that it was a lot to take in. This is why I invite you to join our weekly webinars. You can join our Facebook community. Every week we have webinar. I also send the recording in the group, so you can watch the recordings. You can come in and ask all your questions. But I want to jump a little bit forward because before we do the giveaway and such, I want to show you how crazy you can be with Nepeto. So I want to show you how you can use the master search optimally and how you can find leads in 20 minutes. This is how I do my daily sourcing. So you can choose a specific method. In this example, I will choose a method named above the buy box, and I will show you how I can use Nepeto to find stuff that suits my method very easily. So first of all, I want to explain what is above the buy box, and then I will show you how I can find them easily. So the above the buy box method goes this way. You are going to search for products that usually Amazon sell them, but Amazon has trouble keep up with the selling phase. As you can see here, Amazon selling very fast. And they cannot keep up with the inventory. They are getting out of stock all the time. So Amazon selling, getting out of stock. Amazon selling, out of stock. So in the meantime that Amazon is out of stock, no one is selling the product. In this method, we will take advantage of this situation and we will sell the products in those gaps. So whenever Amazon is out of stock due to the fast selling, I will be able to sell the product. Normally, sellers will avoid these listings because they see Amazon, but we will not avoid them because we know that we will be able to sell those in those gaps. And not only that, we will be able to sell it for above the buy box. This is why it's named above the buy box. And I will show you a quick example how it looks like. This is the above the buy box chart. You can see that whenever Amazon sells, they drop the price. And then when Amazon is out of stock, they sell in a higher price. Let me show you another few examples. This is an opportunity there for the above the buy box because you see that Amazon always getting out of stock. But I will show you an example. Here we go, another above the buy box. You see that the moment that Amazon went out of stock, this seller sold the price for much higher price. Then he went out of stock as well because it sells so fast. If I were him, I would buy a lot of units from this product because I see that Amazon can't keep up with the selling. They are always getting out of stock. Why shouldn't I just enjoy the units that I can sell when Amazon is out of stock? This is a great example for the above the buy box. Now, finding them manually will take me a lot of time. So I want to take advantage of Nepeto, and I want to see how Nepeto can help me to target those specific scenarios in minute. See how great I can use the master search, and I will be able to do it. So the master search allows me to use Keepa Product Finder, and instead of manually sourcing the results from Keepa, I will be able to upload this ASIN list to Nepeto, and Nepeto will tell me where I can buy those ASINs from. For anyone who is not familiar with KPF, with Keepa Product Finder, in Keepa Product Finder, you set filters based on historical data. You can set any filter that you'd like. It's very powerful. And then you get an ASIN list that suits your filters. And then you will export this ASIN list. You will upload this ASIN list to Nepeto, and Nepeto will tell you where you can buy those ASINs. So let's try to use this Nepeto master search to find the above the buy box opportunities very fast. So let's open the Keepa Product Finder, and I will show you which filters I'm going to do to find those opportunities. So I need to think. Now I need to stop for a minute and think what filters will give me those opportunities, those above the buy box opportunities. So I know that first of all, I need a product to sell fast. Because the reason for this opportunity to happen is because the product is selling fast. So I will set the sales rank to be very low. I will do the sales rank to be top 50,000. And not only that, I will set the sales rank drops to be at least 20. So now with a combination of the BSR to be top 50,000 and the sales rank drop to be at least 20, I know that the product is selling very, very fast. So I got my first check. Now the second check that I want to do is making sure that Amazon can't keep up with this sales velocity, and I want to make sure that Amazon is getting out of stock a lot of the times. So now the filter that I will do is the Amazon out of stock count. The Amazon out of stock count means how many times Amazon went out of stock in the last, let's say, 30 days. So in this case, I want to say that Amazon went out of stock at least 3 times in the last 30 days. So now with this combination of the fast selling and Amazon went out of stock at least 3 times, it means that I have an opportunity here to do the above the buy box. This is how creative you can be using the Keepa product finder and Nepeto. So now I have 113,000 ASINs that I can do above the buy box on them. Awesome. Carlos, would you like to choose a specific category?
You can do a home and kitchen.
Let's go.
If you
So
can.
I will go to the category. See, awesome. And home and kitchen, you said? Right, so let's choose home and kitchen. Now we have 7,000 products from the home and kitchen that I can do above the buy box on them. Keepa only allows us to export 5,000 at a time, so I will export the first 5,000, but then I can export the rest and upload this to Nepeto as well. Nepeto has no limit of my daily scans. So I will click on Find Products. Then I will choose the rows to be 5,000, so I can export as much as I can. Now we will need to wait. If you want, I can sing you a song. I don't have any song in my head, but let's try to hum something.
Going fast.
Yeah, it's this is the speed that I have in my gaming computer.
What games you play?
Counter-Strike. I really like Counter-Strike and Rocket League.
Nice.
Now I will click on Export, and I will choose only asins to CSV, so the download will be fast, and I will click on Export. What I did so far was step number 1. I filter the items and I export the asin list. Step number 2 is to upload this CSV file to Nepeto. Now Nepeto will go through these 5,000 asins and will tell us where we can buy those asins from. It usually takes up to 1-2 minutes, something like that. It depends on the file size. So if you will give us, you can upload actually 10,000 asins, 20,000 asins, as much as you want. But as more asins that you upload, it will take more time. Anyway, it's for 5,000, it's around 1 minute. And then we tell you where you can buy those asins from. So now Nepeto goes and search where I can buy them from which retail suppliers. Then it collects all the data that I need. It collects the sale price, the fees, the BSR, the current sales rank, and I also can see historical data and much more. I will send the recording of this meeting on the Facebook community. So if you didn't join our Facebook community, you can go to the top and click on join our Facebook community, and we will send there the recording and of course the details about the next webinar. We have weekly webinars. Awesome, there we go. We got our results. As you can see, we have plenty of results. Now let's source. So we will open the first one. And now I want to search for the above the buy box opportunities. As you can see, using the Kiva product finder and the strategy that we thought of, we already see above the buy box opportunity. I see that Amazon can't keep up with the sales velocity. I can see that I will be able to sell the product for almost $30. And let's see the current status. I see 2 FBM sellers, which is amazing if I will go FBA. So if I will go FBA, I will be able to sell it for $1, $2 more. And then I will have around the 40% ROI. Because again, everyone here is FBM seller. This is why I will not immediately filter by ROI, because I can do the FBA versus FBM method. And if Amazon is selling the product, I will be able to sell it for a higher price. And not only that, when these 2 sellers will go out of stock, and I will be the only seller, I will be able to raise the price slowly. There are 400 plus sales a month verified by Amazon. So that's great for me to go ahead as an FBA and sell it for $1 more, do a test buy, and see how it goes, because currently Amazon is out of stock and I see 2 FBM sellers, which is great for me. This one I see immediately that I am getted on. You can see here that Amazon controlled this async for a lot of time, and my buy box is 30, which I don't have profit if I will need to compete Amazon, but lately Amazon had a lot of trouble holding the inventory. And as you can see here, someone else is doing the above the buy box. You can see that someone else is doing the above the buy box. Now, the question here, if I want to compete them or not. And I see 1 FBM and 1 FBA seller that is doing the method that I told you about. He's selling for a little bit higher and is selling a few units a month because there are 400 plus. In this case, first of all, I want to see if it makes sense for me to try to sell it for 54, because I cannot sell it higher for 55 because there are an FBA seller. So I need to do it for 54. And if it makes sense for me to sell it for 54 and I have a great profit, it's amazing. But let's stop here. I know that this seller is brilliant because he's doing above the buy box and he's doing the FBA method. So now I will go ahead, and you see this icon right here, the Storefront Scanner. I will go ahead, I will click on the Storefront Scanner, and I will scan this storefront. I want to see what else e-commerce insight sells. If you are here, brother, I'm sorry, but this is a great example. So, e-commerce insight, I see that he's an online arbitrage seller. You can see the diversity in the category, but he sells mainly Stanley and Nike, which makes a little sense if he's ungated on those. And I can see here products from his storefront, and Nepeto tells me, go buy it from Ray, go buy it from Dillard's, and such. So now I will go ahead and I will see if those make sense for me to resell as well. Awesome. I see a question, is the weekly webinar the same day? So usually we do the weekly webinar in the same day and around the same hour, but it changes because now it's in the morning and some people cannot do in the morning. So maybe next week we will do in the evening. The best way to stay up to date, just join our Facebook community. I will send her a message once we have a date and an hour. Yeah, let's see another one. I see a lot of sales and drops, 114, which is great. I see the above the buy box pattern again, and all of the sellers are FBM, but currently Amazon sell it. So now I can go ahead, purchase my units, send those units to FBA, and the moment that Amazon will go out of stock, I will be able to sell it for higher price. And I will make even more than 50% ROI because I'm FBA and everyone here is FBM. This is another great example, which you will buy now and wait until Amazon goes out of stock. I want to show you an example of something really great that I like to show. It's a little bit hard to find those opportunities, We call them the infinite Replen. So I will try to find you one example and show you how amazing are those. So let's see if we have it here. This is another above the buy box. Of course, we will see a lot of opportunities because of the KPF. 100 plus sales a month. I see the above the buy box. I will be able to sell it for 40, which is amazing. But I see the above the buy box is not high enough. From 37 to 40, it's not enough. You are able to sell it for much more when Amazon is out of stock. I want just to show you an example of the infinite Replen. Let's see if I can find one immediately. You know what? Let's talk about this graph in a second. Let's see a question. Does Nepeto stores data that I scanned or checked? Maybe I'm not aware. Nepeto does not store any data that you don't want to. If you want to save something, you can just save it to your favorites, but you have to click on the favorites for it to save. If you want us to save the price, we save on the mobile app the last price you entered for an ASIN, for you not to type it again. But if you want more information, just the last price, you will need to add it to your favorites. I don't have a Facebook account. Yes, sure, I will send the recording. Let me think. If you have Discord, I will also send the recording to the Discord community. And I will send it also in the emails. So after this call, just check your email and then see if you got the recording. If you want to upgrade from Pro to Master, just send an email to the support or send me a DM in the Facebook and I will help you out.
Can you drop the link from your Discord if you can?
Yeah, sure.
Please, thank you.
Let me go here. Nepeto Chrome extension, yes, it saves the costs. Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Joel. He sent here the link. So anyway, you can also see the Facebook community and Discord server site here, and also the Chrome extension in the mobile app. It's under more in the dashboard. Awesome. So now let's see this product. Let's say that I'm doing above the buy box site here, and I'm able to sell it even for more than $60, because again, Amazon sold it for 60, and the moment that Amazon goes out of stock, nothing stops me to try to sell it for a higher price. And we saw opportunities that Amazon sold for 20 and someone else sold it for 40, 50, and even 60. So first of all, I can sell it for a higher price. But let's say I want to just show you something that is great. This is the infinite Replen. It's hard to find those. You will not find it every time you do master search, but once you find an example of the infinite Replen, trust me, it's a printing money machine. It's amazing. So let's say that I sell the product, let's say a little bit more, because if Amazon is out of stock, I will be able to sell it for a little bit more. Let's say that I sell the product in this point. So whenever Amazon is out of stock, I will be able to sell it at this point, and then I move forward, and now I'm selling it at this point. So this is my price point. My price point is around the 65, 70. Let's go with the worst case scenario. Now, Amazon went back in stock, like in this example, for 35. So I'm selling for 70, Amazon selling for 35. Usually in the above the buy box, I will wait until Amazon goes out of stock. And then I will resell the price. I will resell the product in a higher price the moment that Amazon goes out of stock. But you don't have to wait until Amazon goes out of stock. If you have enough margin, like we see here, from 70 to 35, you can buy out Amazon. So if you sell at 70 and Amazon goes back in stock like they always do at 35, I will buy out Amazon at 35. They will go out of stock, and then I will do Amazon to Amazon flips on their units on 70. So Amazon just gave me more units to sell. And not only that, you can see that Amazon always getting back in stock. So every time that Amazon will go back in stock, I will buy out Amazon and resell their units at my sell price. This is why we named it the infinite Replen. Amazon always gives us inventory and we buy them out. How can I buy out Amazon? Because usually when Amazon goes back for this $35, you can see that here in this example, you can see that they are available for less than a day. It means that they got 5 to 10 units, not that much, because they sell out so fast. So what's stopping you from you to buying those 5 to 10 units? Because anyway, you sell those units for a higher price. Rebecca, Nepeto stores the price. We store the price, and for you, when you go to the history scans, you can see the last scans that you did, and your price and your cost history and the sell cost history. We save everything, and you also can set a buy list. If you want, you can schedule a call with our experts, and they will go through with the Chrome extension and the mobile app with you. But we have all the stuff that you need. Awesome. So this was the infinite replen that I wanted to show you. I can try to find those opportunities here. I have a lot of pages that I can go through. Usually you will find them while you're doing above the buy box, because these opportunities, they are like a sub method in the above the buy box. But once you find them, it's amazing. All right, someone wants to ask any question before we move on to the spoilers and the giveaway? As you can see, I have a lot of pages that I can just source from them. And it took me like, what, 2 minutes? And Nepeto already gave me a bunch of opportunities for me to do research. So we assume the ETA for the next update, the next big update that I will spoiler you now, and I will tell you what it will be. We assume that it will be next month, because we are really working hard to make it perfect. But anyways, we will add more suppliers to the live search. In the meanwhile, we don't stop the suppliers while we develop this amazing feature. We will keep launching new live search suppliers, and then I will show you, and then we will show you the new section. I will show you it right. I will give you a spoiler right now. Stephanie asked if we have options for Walmart sellers as well. So the Nepeto team developed 2 tools for Walmart sellers, which is Marter and MOA. Marter is a product analysis, Chrome extension, and a mobile app for Walmart sellers. This will help you making your buying decisions. Right here, mobile app, Chrome extension. We also have an alert. This is Marter. And you have MOA, which is Marter OA. It's the wannabe Nepeto for Walmart. It will be Nepeto for Walmart, but currently it's the wannabe. Because we are currently in the beta release. We currently have the A2A. Very soon we will add more suppliers, then we will add the live search, and so on. So the first step to make sourcing fast is using MOA, which now is in a very low price, and it will be locked in because we are in beta. So now let me give you the spoilers. I will just open the picture that we sent in the team, so you will be able to see it as well before everyone else. 1 second. Let me search for the picture. Awesome. So, workspaces. We're now developing a place for you, for all your sourcing. It will be a space that you can organize all the stuff that you need to track, all the stuff that okay, I'm doing a test buy, let's see how it goes. Everything that you need for the whole sourcing process, from tracking sales on this testing option, from setting testing options, from waiting for some seller to go out of stock. Everything that you need will be in the workspace. You will be able to open workspace for your VAs, for your own, and you can choose whatever you want. It will be like a dynamic Excel sheet that connects to your Amazon account, and you can see everything that you need. And it will be very easy because you can push stuff from Nepeto to this workspace in a click of a button, and you can just say, okay, I sent 5 units in, and then I'm doing testing. So we assume that it will take us around 1 month to finish it. and then the workspace will be live, but it will be amazing. And again, of course, we always adding more suppliers. Currently, we are focusing on the live search suppliers, and then we will move on to more suppliers to the retailer side. But the live search is pretty much the same as the retailers, but live, which is great. If you didn't use the live search, go ahead and search about it. And if you want, I can do a live search in the next webinar. And let's see questions in the chat. The subscription for Nepeto, you can go to the pricing page, and in the pricing page, you have these options. This is the annually prices, which is now in a huge discount, but if you want to go with monthly, this is the monthly costs. For all the stuff that I showed you, beside the master search, you can go with for the A2A, you will need advanced. So everything with the first method, the starter is enough. If you want the A2A, it's advanced. And if you want everything, including the live search, the master search, the mastermind, everything, it's the master plan. If you will go with annual, it will be much cheaper. It's up to you. Will the workspace be added automatically? Yes, the workspace will be available for everyone. So once it's live, you will just see. And of course, we will let you know about it, and we will do a big webinar for me showing how to use the workspace. But you will see it here on the page. It will be automatically for you. Yes, Regina.
Yes, hi. I really appreciate your webinars, but unfortunately, I am currently working, so it was a bit difficult to follow everything. So I think I think you believe that you promise that you will put the webinar on Facebook pretty quickly. But also I think we were told I think in the last webinar that people that have the master search, we get a different plan where they have everything. I currently don't sell on Walmart, but I'm planning to do so. But it wasn't unclear how to access Martyr and other applications that were in this package. Over.
So we had the ultimate plan, which was the bundle, and it was the master plan plus Martyr plus MOA. And if you bought this bundle, just let me know in the DM or let the support team know about it, and they will give you access. But in general, Martyr and Nepeto, they are separate softwares, and it's a different website and such. We had the bundle, and if you bought the bundle, you just let me know, and I will give you the access for those as well.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Someone asked, how can I open the license for another person such as a VA? So on Nepeto, when you buy one subscription, you get another one for free. That means that you can invite your VA. So as you can see on the main page of Nepeto, buy one, get one, your VA can use Nepeto too. And not only that, we support using VAs because you can go to the user activity right here, and you can see how much time each VA spent on Nepeto. So if you have a VA, just let us know, let the support team know, and we will let you know how you can give access to your VA, and then your VA can use Nepeto for you. But personally, I recommend you to master Nepeto before you give anyone else to use Nepeto, so you can teach them exactly how you would like them to source for you. Yes. Any questions?
Yeah. And the monthly subscriptions is for the $99 for the master, yeah? The yearly, I pay for the yearly, but about the mismatch, how is go if I find mismatch?
So if in general, if you find 50 mismatches on Nepeto, so we give you a free month. So that means that if you will find 50 mismatches, we will extend your subscription for another month for free.
Okay. Even if I buy for yearly, how
Yeah.
you calculate?
So you will just get a 1 year plus 1 month, and if you find then another 50, you will get 1 year plus 2 months, and so on. So basically, you can get Nepeto forever if you find mismatches.
Okay. I really love the software. I just started to play with that. It takes time to learn everything.
Awesome. I recommend you to join the webinars. I know Nepeto is a little bit overwhelming at the beginning, but we are here to walk you through it.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
I have another question. So, I tend to find items that the margins are. I mean, the ROI is usually good, but the margins are usually low. I know that you can set filters to target, but is that something that, because sometimes they usually suggest us to get at least $3 a profit, but what do you recommend? If I have an 80% ROI, but it's $1.50, would it be a product that you would go for? Is there some stability of the price, or would you target for more a higher price over?
It depends on the sales velocity. Let's say if I have something that I can make $1.50 and it says 1,000 units a month, and I have a nice source for it, so I can buy a huge load of those units and I can send them in and the process will be fast. I don't care about low profit and the high sales, but it's a must. So if I have low profit, I want it to sell fast, because if not, it will not worth the trouble that I'm going through pre-selling them. So usually I will go for $3 profit and above, or any other method that I told you about. So if it's 150, but you can do the FBA method, so it can be a nice opportunity. But I will not immediately say no to 150, because if it sells fast, it's okay. It's a very important. If not, I will go for 3 and above. Yeah, this is my opinion.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. You can also say filter by cost. So if you will filter by the cost price, you will be able to see stuff that probably will be in higher profit.
Right.
Awesome. So now I just told you the spoilers. Are you ready for the giveaway? All right. Who wants an Epeto t-shirt?
Everybody.
Awesome. Okay, so I will tell you how we can do it. So usually I go with the flow, like if I want to do a trivia, I will do a trivia, but now let's make it random. So I will open this and you can see the list of the participants right here. You can see the thing that I'm looking at. No, I think you cannot see it because it's inside Zoom.
Nope.
Okay, so let me do something like this. It's a shame that I cannot just export names from a meeting, but I can see all the names. So I think you just need to take my word for it. Or, you know what? I will just join in my phone and then I will show you what I'm looking at. I think it will be perfect.
Yeah, that's smart.
So, one moment, please. So I will just do a random number. We have 63 participants here. So I will just do a random number. And then I will count from the top to the bottom. So then we will see. It's not about trust. I just want you to see, because it's more fun that you see your name and then 1, 2, 3, and then it drops on your name. It's much fun than just a name. So now I'm joining the Zoom from my phone. Let's see if you will see me. One second.
Recording in progress.
Oh, sorry. The infinite sound. Okay. Let me close the share screen because now I have a video on. Can you see me, everyone? Let's see the other me. Where is the other me? I cannot see the other me.
I see both of them.
You see the other me?
Yeah.
Awesome. Oh, here I go. I see myself here. Awesome. So now let me switch.
Let's score, Brian.
Okay. So now I will open the participants right here. And we have 65. So let's go with random number. Let's do from 1 to 65. 1 second. Okay. So let's click on generate. So we got number 3. And number 3 is Matthew. Oh, what? What I do in this situation? You saw that Matthew went off? Okay, Eliyahu.
Yeah.
And Matthew back here. You know what? I will send you both a t-shirt. Matthew and Eliyahu, you got an Epeto t-shirt.